I am in love with my sister-in-law. Should I tell her? On a throwaway, she knows my Reddit handle. Background info. I did not have a happy home growing up, which has led me to being closed off and anxious. I did my best to protect my younger brother, but when I 25M was 18 I left and started doing whatever jobs for work. I moved into a tiny place with a mate and started trying to be a human, met a girl at a party, hooked up, then she found out she was pregnant. We started dating when she didn't want to terminate. I would be a better father than mine, so was willing to put in the effort, but we never clicked. Unfortunately, about 6 months after our son, K, was born, his mother passed in a drunk driving incident. It was hard, but our relationship was more co-parenting and I felt guilty for a long time that I wasn't more upset. That there was something wrong with me. Her parents are great, though, and paid for therapy for me. I assured them their grandson would always be in their life. I needed the help, and our relationship is rock solid. I call them my parents now more often than not. My younger brother moved out at 17 and dated his GF, call her D24F. She soon found out she was pregnant with twins right before the courthouse wedding. As a result, her parents disowned her, wild religious zealots, according to D, but then, they found they were having twin girls. My brother started acting like our father, talking about how only losers doesn't raise girls, and he would be a real man and raise boys. There was no violence, but when D refused to get an abortion, she was about 5 months in by this point, he just packed his stuff overnight and disappeared. I have since heard he went either to Victoria or Northern Territory, not sure which. Well then D, now 5 months pregnant, had no job and no family. Her parents refused to talk to her. I had a house by this point, result of a workers' comp suit to give me enough for a solid deposit, and K was too, so I offered her the spare room. She took it and started living with us while she tried to figure stuff out. That was about 4 years ago. We kinda just started living together. Our living situation, I work full-time, D is planning to start working when the kids are all in school. I told her that was fine years ago, and she has been doing all the housework, with exception of dishes, which I am happy to do. She cooks, takes care of all 3 kids, takes K to see his grandparents and keeps the house clean. I know she does love the idea of being a stay-at-home mom. She and the girls sleep in the master bedroom. I took the spare bedroom after the girls were born. Her daughters, L and M, are beautiful. L took a lot more from my side of the family and looks a bit like me. The way they call me Uncle J when they want something or are trying to be sweet is too adorable. I take them both and K to any events. D does the same and treats K like a mother would. She took them all to a Bunnings that was doing a Bluey event a while ago and they absolutely loved it. Mostly, we all go out places together like a family would. My son K calls L and M his sisters, and they have been calling him brother. I am sometimes mistaken for their father at play groups and such, and have to confirm I am their uncle. D has mentioned before how people assume she is K's mother even though they look so different. K is half Aboriginal and took most of his features from his mother. Here's the issue though, I am in love with D. When she first started living with me, we would talk about people we were seeing. I would talk about my dates, and after the twins, she would talk about hers. About a year ago, I don't know, I just sort of stopped going on dates and she hasn't mentioned any on her end. I don't like imagining her going on dates with other men, and the idea of her finally moving out is scary to me. I like having her around, like talking to her, looking at her, and when she's not around, I wish she was here. I love L and M, and their happiness, along with my son's, is paramount to me. The only romantic things I can think of is on New Year's, she kissed me. She was drunk and we were at a friend's party. I didn't and don't drink. About a year ago, I got hurt at work, and was bedridden for a week. She was so caring, bringing me food, sitting and talking with me throughout the day, and treating me so sweetly. I know I don't have a history of healthy relationships and am worried I could be misreading things or just projecting my idea of a happy relationship. My therapist says I need to take chances at allowing myself to be happy, but what if it makes things weird between us? So I am asking for the advice of people. What do I tell her? Should I tell her? Also sorry for the rambling.